Kids are fucking laughing in the background. Cute. All right. I think we're good to go. We're live on YouTube and everything. All right. That's fucking cool. That's fucking. Yo, why? Why is the previous? All right. What's up, everybody? Good morning. All right. So let's go ahead and start building this watch list slash going over if you have any swings or anything of that nature. My number one favorite shows back on. That's awesome. All right, so first things first, as you can tell, Neo did move up overnight, right? Gave us a nice big strong move to 555 on the penny, to that wall that I was talking about yesterday. We stopped it. We still have a lingering 566 target. We'll see what we can get out of this thing today. But if you got those weeklies closer in the money, it might give you the opportunity to sell those for some quick cash. Uh, Spy. Now this is really interesting because um the first step for today, and again you can go to the 24 hours, just a candle in range, kind of again as predicted. But this is a open in range, and the range is 688.50 and 686.85. So are you planning on trading today is the question, right? Within that range, or are you looking for a break outside of it? And if you are, where are you taking it? Right? If you can answer these questions, you already be a step ahead of everybody else. So outside of 688.30, right? We can go to the 30-minute to kind of spot this, right? We have this structure here. That has been refused. That's the 688.50 I was just referring to. Up and above that, we have a price target of 689.59 and 690, right? To the downside, the first and the most obvious target would be 686.87 slash the 30-minute 686.28. Any runners, if we did see, which again, this week would be perfect to not see, but well, pause. Not see. But yeah, we would have a 685.50. Don't get me TikTok. That was a slip of the words. All right. So, is today going to be a little bit more difficult because you're opening up in range? Typically, it is. It doesn't mean that we can't move, right, in said down or upside direction, but it probably is going to take a little bit of patience. All right. What's up? Good morning. Thanks for liking the live, guys. All right. So Spy has the perfect recipe for either A, like we said yesterday, a candle in here, and if you need, if you want to visualize what that looks like, don't be afraid to do this. So it wouldn't be surprising. Okay, so it's not going to cooperate, but it would be surprising if we saw something in there, just like that. Which, yeah, you can day trade it inside of that range. That perfectly lines up. If you look at where I have that mark, that's 689.90. You go to the 30-minute, that's 689.60 and 689.90. So makes sense. All right. QQQ, same exact boat. Exact same boat. It's a big boat. right here. So your range here this morning will be 621.62. Now here's a good lesson. How do we tell, right, which way or which way it's likely to head? If at the bell we rush down to the floor, then we could, if it's empty space, we could be expecting a reversal off of that. Now, because there is so much underneath you, it's not one of those days where we can just let shit run, right, without having confirmation. So again, to repeat, yes, we do have two rejections off the top. If you pop up, wick out, and then return back down, I am fucking short. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like. If we go up first and then get pulled back down, I am so short. I'm so short. Actually, that's uncalled for. I'm not gonna tell that joke. But just throwing shots. But straight up, that would be a short down to that 617.69 floor and possibly runner 616. But so you got it, right? Qs are not my favorite. SPY is probably a little bit cleaner. Now IWM is got some weird shit going on. Yesterday we talked about the possible retest back up because of this floor, and obviously we were correct on that little bit. Now, I want you guys to tell me, where is the hardest place to trade? What is Oh, right. And what is the second hardest place to trade? That is crazy. He said at my mom's house. That's crazy. My mom too, I would imagine that'd be pretty hard. So some of the hardest places to trade is in between two boxes, right? Because you act like a ping pong ball, which in some cases can benefit you, and in other cases can make your life a lot more difficult. Now, I am specifically talking about ETFs right now. All right. When I say that there is likely going to be range on the ETFs, that I am not talking about individual equities. Now, there are obvious ones that are opening up the same way SPY is, so we expect them to stay in range. But if you are, I don't want to make anybody nervous, right? I don't want you to look at what I'm telling you with the ETFs and then get stopped out of your individual equity trade. So, what's up, y'all? So with that being said, right? 15-minute, everything is mapped out. I mean, this is a perfect little setup. You got a box right here. You've got two taps off the floor. You got a 249.70 cost basis. And not to mention, right, you have a small sense of control. So watch this morning for a potential reversal. You see how easy it is to see this, though? Like, I get it. Maybe I'm drawing it and it makes it easier for you to see it. But, like, if it wasn't easy, I wouldn't be able to show you. But I can see this. So if you can see it and it looks clear, then you possibly can create a trading plan. But if you watch this one move down, if it opens up, flushes fast, we could look for a bounce off of that cost basis. And again, moving through your pre-market would just be a matter of reclaiming 250.10, right? So move down, bounce back up. And then at that point, we would be looking at a retest of that floor. Is it empty space? Not entirely, but it's enough in here that we could take advantage. All right. Uh, on the ETFs, yeah. Everything looks steel. I got 58% profit on KSSS. You know what? I know we're jaded, so sometimes it's tough, but to walk away from that one, not the worst. Now, I will say, and now we can kind of sister over to individual equities. I do still possibly expect that $21 retest here this morning. You can see he's already back. It looks like it's fucking backward moonwalking up there. But watch 21.16 today, right? Any structural move outside of that, and it's over with. Now we're hoping here that we can see a loss of this control and just continuation down to 18. It's a tough hold, still worth watching, still a good setup. Just needs to show that it does not have buyer support here this morning. All right. And I mean that's a say 500% trade if it can obviously lose. And a lot of the times when you exhibit control like this, that control can be lost, right? If you don't do what this says you're supposed to do, if you don't reverse and bounce and push, move into that empty space, loss of control is a real thing. So today's retest will be pretty important for me. So all right. Yeah, if you have anything you would like for me to take a look at here this morning, go ahead and drop your request on YouTube and TikTok, or excuse me, YouTube and Discord. We'll take a look again at Neo. I know a couple of you or some of you have gotten into this one, and of course it has moved up overnight, opened on the floor, and exploded up into that median 550. That's about all I really saw yesterday. So I think over 565 will be your next overhead target. If we can break that, I'll start looking at a target of 586 and $6. Well, you know what? Forgot one special element here. What are we listening to today? What are we doing here? Sound. There we go. All right. Oh shit, Jorge, let me find out. I just saw that shit. That's crazy. No, I definitely wasn't gonna shoot that at you, dude. Definitely. I don't make short jokes. That's crazy. Should have said anything at all, damn it. I'd rather go to a skate park and rollerblades than trade INTC, but this does have a base bounce, right? You've got a $35 bounce pull back up above 36, and you're sitting at the 50% mark here. So if you can get over 37.61, I'd be targeting 39.30. I see your channel too. It looks pretty good. By the way, if you're on TikTok, YouTube, trash rapids, laugh at you, don't blast at you. Hold on me. Oh man. One phone call gets you canceled like a homophobe in this PC culture. Okay, there we go. All right. Carla, feedback on your Tesla chart. Glory. I love that. Glory. So I don't really have any insight on Fibonacci, right? I mean, other than swing highs, swing lows. I don't use it very often unless we're at all-time highs. So with that being said, I can't give you real honest feedback on this chart, as there's nothing on this chart that is what I do. You know what I mean? Not to say that you're not trying to see. I can see where you're placing some of your levels. It makes sense. Now that being said, what chart? What hour is this? The hourly? You figured, yeah, hourly. Okay. So here's how I would chart Tesla this morning. Okay. All right. So first things first, right? Top, bottom. I already see a range, right? That's number one. So I see a range. I also see that there's points of contact giving 462 the floor. We also have a gap underneath us. That's super duper clear. And then as far as what's up above us, right? We know that this is all one range. So this floor is that 50% mark. So 465.75 would be very important. Now, when we go to the 30-minute, everything changes. Now we have this range, right? Which gives you this floor, which says that if Tesla can break this morning over your pre-market high, that you should have a target around 467.38. Now, a gap up like this, you better move. You better move. You do not leave weakness underneath unless you intend on not coming back. And with you sitting at the low, and this meaning if you go for your gap fill that you're back under seller control, you need to scream, right? So first target 466.22, second target 467.75. And that's over pre-market highs. What's up, y'all? Good morning. Good morning. All right, let's see here. Hmm. The bane of my fucking existence. I listen. I'm not gonna sit here in front and say that this shit does not look good. Potentially back up to the upside with the empty space that you have. It's not my favorite thing to trade, but who fucking cares? That right there. And so 55.57 this morning, I think, gives you a trigger back up to the structure that you broke in the first place. And then obviously that opens the doors for a full retest. So, I mean, looks good. We'll shoot for that. Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't even see that. What's up? Good morning, y'all. We back. All right, let's see here. That's funny. This did we just do that or no? Not yet. Nah, mash the button. I have another week on KSSS. I'm addicted to slaughter. Uh, Work? I haven't looked at that stock in a while. Let's take a look at it. Whoa! Never mind. Let's look at a different one. 8 week reckless load, whatever. Uh, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. This thing is just straight dumping and has been since April. It is at new, almost new lows. I see 320. 320 looks like the area for touchdown there. Actually, is anything actually moving during these lame holidays? Yeah, I'm about to take some profit on some Neo contracts. Mm-hmm. Look at MU. with that fucking keep your eyes peeled on this thing. You do not want to lose 292.15. You know how MU moves. How far out do I buy contracts? Um, it honestly depends on the chart setup. Um, but typically going into empty space, like with no structure in between me and my target, those are weeklies. If there's structure in between me and my target, typically a week or two. If I see an extended move over the next period, 3 or 2, a month long move on a weekly chart, then I may be out 3 to 4 months. So it is. I listen. The beautiful thing about my strategy is I have one setup, one thing that I'm looking for, or one setup that I'm looking for. And so if it's on the weekly, my job is to figure out the contracts. If it's on the 24-hour, my job is to figure out the contracts and when and where. I What is this? Mhm. Um, yeah, I'm not really sure. Is that MR? So these are all penny stocks, man. I do not trade penny stocks at all, mostly because they fail to offer any sort of analysis. However, I do see a bounce back up to 39 cents. MREO, yeah. Weekly at a new weekly low. I don't do all-time highs or all-time lows. That's not my thing. Lucky up my door. Yes. Let's see here. All right, well, we get wait here. Oh, Reddit up 3 times. This is your third time here. You gotta go. So that target is 240.82. 240.82. Now you need to go to the hourly and figure out where you're at on the map. The map shows you that you are at the 50% mark. So today, hold on to 231.65. I just had a heart attack, dude. Thought I forgot to take my trash out to the curb. Oh, no shit. Hold on. $6. Oh, no, I want to see how it closes today, John. I don't hate this setup. I don't like the gap up, but I do like a target of all the way in the 620s. It's got a good little pocket of empty space, and I know enough about Under Armour to know that it will fill that up eventually, especially with it being so close. So, yeah, definitely above $5 for sure. Yeah, please do, John. All right, 2 seconds. Let me go grab let's see, it's 9:18. Yeah, let me grab my cup really quick for coffee. What's up, y'all? Oh, I didn't have my headphones on. What's up? On what time frame? Yeah, so if you can find 2 points of contact like that, I mean, I'm always trying to find the candle close. Like that's my goal, but if I find 2 points, so like right there at 240.25, I'll place it there because that's where the most points of contact come. If I drag it down to the candle close and I don't find any cohesion there or anything that lines up, then so be it. But now I go to the 4 hour and I got a candle close and wick. So that'll be enough for me and I'll leave it there at 240.77. Yeah. Hold on. There's someone calling. Oh, dude, I forgot about my new hat. I got a new hat yesterday. Check me out. Nah, I got the Vietnam swag. You can look out TikTok. Roku equities. I actually have a great deal of Roku. Lots of Roku. You get if your chair, Potter, you get your chair. Yeah, I got my chair. Yeah, the Anthros chair. Yeah, it's right here. 2,000 fucking dollar chair. It was worth it though. I needed it. All right, hold on. I'm making a shot of espresso. 'em. No, it definitely got him. 1 second, guys. What the 924? We're good. What's up, y'all? What's up, yo? Thoughts on TMQ? I'll take a look at it in a minute. Drop it on YouTube if you can. Oh, there it is. She. Oh, what's up, Dan? Bobby? Yeah. Little dude. It's fucking high on grounds. Yes, an orange pill. You put an orange pill at the top. Unless you're allergic to oranges. Ooh, that's a good one. I should just leave that. What do you guys think about that? All right, 928. TikTok. If you guys would like to join me, I'm on YouTube. Find me there. I gotta take breath. And it's my turn to sit down. We need something a little more hype than this shit. Is it? Let's see. Yeah, it is. Ugh. Yeah, this is a little bit decent little setup here. Punch back through the 2 hour box above you. I'm on TikTok. If you want to see my screen, guys, I'm out. Or YouTube. Sorry, I'm on YouTube. Yo, absolutely ridiculous how the difference between my phone and my computer. What's up, Arkham? What's up, dude? That's Marzel. Okay. The soda? Yes. Not bad on Reddit. Her Neo or Regis. Man, if I had the creases. There's IWM. If you're short, you can speculate on calls right here. Right now, we're sitting flat, not really responding too much to that cost basis. 252s. Mm. I got 252s on IWM off of the 249.71. I got them at $8 because that's exactly what the fuck I said I was gonna do. Whoa, Ivy! Good God, I got that hat yesterday at the Asian store. Like a freezer. You're welcome. Go green, baby. See, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Ugh. Even if it doesn't work, dude, I'm just always. I love bounces. This face. It's a rest. Bro, I prolific. Oh, I know who bro is. I got a random ass message like in November. Oh shit. Skirt. All right, skid out of that. Sold him for 6. Neo's creeping up. IWM's creeping down. I'm out of my calls. All right. Pre-market or low from yesterday here now. The fuck is this? Oh, Roddy Ridge. This is where if you pull yourself back up to cost basis, I'll re-enter. Spy's looking like it's pointing down too towards that 686. Damn, Neo, what the fuck? Anybody in Neo? I know, John, you said something about it yesterday, dude. I'm up 120% on January contracts. Cool. Not bad. Trim shorter expiration contracts. I'm an alligator wrestle IWM a little bit more. Yeah, I got your fucking number, you little bastard. Beat him up. Look at Popeyes. Got you, fucker. Celsius. I'm OD in France. I thought that I told you I'm ED in France. Oh, Celsius looks like it's actually heading down here. Yeah, right off of cost basis. This is actually it's yeah, downtrend right here. Gotta hold this high or you get reversed on. You open up those. 5 and 6 for next week. Let's go, Gatner. Not bad. Now, this is the point where you can actually, because if you're up over 100%, you can take off your original investment. So that way the trade is free. You want to know how we hold things? We don't have any stress associated with them. Smoking on your top five tonight. Smoking on your tonight. And the Omega. So four letter. Damn, Tesla. Damn. Tesla fucking shit. Selling pressure seems really, really strong today. IWM's looking like it's going to try and sink its lows. How are we fucking, how am I trading IWM down and then fucking Neo up? Doesn't make any sense. Individual equities. Amazing, brother. Native, brother. Jesus Christ. Killing everybody that's outside. Two phone. One. Wasn't I trading Neo at this time last year? Nothing's real. No, it was July and then August. And the last run was in September, going in October. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. I'm the Sandman. Ugh, Neo. These contracts are really pumping though, even though the yeah, dude, these oh my god, nice. 180% on Neo right now. Look at the touch on Neo. Right there on the penny. 566 turned red. Damn. I've actually charted this one before. Yeah, look at it. In ancient times. Oh my god, I hate this stock though. Ugh. Well, you're looking at an hourly setup. See, if it's not yeah, if it's not a 24-hour, I mean, I guess I see what you see here. So you have this level. Uh, damn. That's what's wigging me out right there. I mean, in this case, I'd say 37.50, right? And you try to take it to 39.12 and then up to that 40. But in the same breath, look at this tiny little piece of shit structure right there. Nope, that's why. Hello. Who was that? It's me. Hey. How you doing today? That's it. It's too early to decide, huh? Me too. Right in my chair. Jay. Thinking about entering Celsius puts. If you wanted to start a hedge, yes. Yeah, you've lost your floor here. Take it into 45.95 or just let it run until either a Jesus. IWM, let's go. Yeah, that was funny. She said, "Me? It's me." Duh. Kick shit like judo, judo, judos. Like Doja Cat. Oh my God, Neo. Fuck yeah, dude. A surprise in my brand new whip. At the store. I bought these for $5. Not bad. Yeah, if you guys have any screenshots of this, just for the first part of the play, throw those on the gains page. If I'm long, don't trip, baby. Hold it back. Oh, it's baby. Target on. See, right now, it's best instead of like wondering what's stopping us. Looks like it's that floor over here to our left that we punched down through, and what's underneath us here. In my brand new whip. And back to strong. Back up. It's baby. Somebody asked me about this one yesterday. Sidhu space does look like it could. I mean, I don't do this shit very often, but it does look like it could go for another rippy, right up to $4. Sopa, sopa. The fuck does that mean? I've heard people say that. Like, I've heard people yell that, like celebratory. Sopa, right? Maybe I'm hallucinating. Yeah. See, that's my boy right there. He didn't let me just sit here and embarrass myself. That's a real homie right there. Yeah, you dead ass. Grandpa, he said, I think you're thinking Opa. Me neither. The video. It's kind of interesting that almost all of the beautiful, almost all of the volume gainers are not doing much of anything. So the highest volume stocks right now are not really moving. I just literally just listen to that song. What are we doing here? Why are we fading off of that? I was about to say sopa in Spanish. Yeah, it's soup. I'm sorry we did it. Yeah, set alerts on Regatti. That'll be a fun trade. Won't you be- Yeah, AO asked me yesterday, he's like, why do you have all this music if you don't like how do you play all these records? And I'm like, oh, like a record player. He's like, well, where is it? I was like, I dropped it down a fucking flight of stairs. It fell out of the top of a box that wasn't covered and fucking fell down the stairs and exploded. IWM just recovered the floor. Your eyes peeled on this thing. I think over the top, pre-market top, dude. You got to get a little chance to fly there. Oh, this dropped out. I keep losing. Would the workshop help better than the old videos? The workshop, yes, is the way to go. I think most people in here would tell you the same thing. The workshop is your foundation. And if you don't have a good understanding of my strategy, then, you can't really take what the results that you see at face value. You know what I mean? We're all going to struggle, regardless of strategy, you know, wrapping your mind around the market that you're trading in. Hi, it's Sawput Brother. What's up, dude? Oh yeah, that's right. You were looking at this yesterday, right? You're already in this though, right? That's right. I remember you saying something. So yesterday, if you remember, right, we this is actually exactly what we talked about. The end of that empty space. If you look at where you wicked off of, that's the first green candle to your left, right, in the most recent price action, and then the candle closes are at 27.75, right? So going forward, an hourly candle close A on this floor. That's going to be step one. And then step two of this, I think, is well, I think step one is more important, but step two would be surpassing this 27.44 to get to that empty space up above you. But it looks good. Yeah, I mean, this is perfectly filled up all that empty space there. So I heard Lil Wayne just dropped 500K at a GLD. Sorry, that was a bit. Oh, on gold. Yeah, that bounces. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, you're just not looking left far enough. Um, wait, what do you? That's a 5 minute. Good God. Okay. Yeah. So if you're on the 5 minute, you're not going to see this. But if you zoom out, you'll see why you bounce where you bounce. Right. Go to the wick. Look. Tap, tap. It's a previous resistance. Yeah, it's pretty groovy. Why did I just get a? Oh, damn, QBTS and pushing up there, nice and good, nice and good. Regatti is starting to go green. Nice wick there on the 15. I might have to go ahead and snag this. Looking up at 222.95. 23.50. Spread's a little wonky, but I can deal with that. 3 minutes left on this candle close. Stay above. Yeah, your QBTS looks really good. Dude, just wait for KSSS to break that. It is in a downtrend, but it's in a higher time frame uptrend. Nice snag on RGTI. That was good. The fuck am I listening to right now? I don't know, but it's pretty fucking cool. Feel like I'm about to go sell some illegal shit. All right, well that got wicked immediately. There we go. All right, so underneath 2261, I'll stop. You said QQQ? Ah, look at that. Fast rip up to the top. So you could be looking over the wicks at 621.72 over that high to try to drive into 622. All right, Rogati, I'm not dealing with this. All right, I'll pop out. I'll pop back in. Okay, never mind. No order fill on that one. The fuck? Oh, I know what movie this is. Oh, that's fucked. This is one of the most fucked movies I've ever seen in my life, and it's just in this in the background of this movie. I'm out of RGTI, guys. That was obviously started off good, but I didn't get filled on that first exit, so I ended up taking a little bit more of a loss. Man, go for it. Yeah, it's a good stop loss. See 1 hour. That's fucking a little goofy. Man, if Qs haven't stayed completely in their range, as we talked about this morning. So really the only thing I see is your pre-market lows on Schwab, which is here, but I mean, I think if you have a, let me see, 5 minute. Hmm. The lower time frame makes me a little nervous, but I think even just having $100.95 stop loss on this one could be useful. And then yeah, you're trying to see right. I mean, literally right now is when I would be expecting to see a reaction. I'm still watching Regatta. Yeah, I'm not giving up on that one yet, but oh. Are you in that one? I don't know what it hit one of my price targets. Look, I'm not even looking at this shit. I'm still fucking hitting. Most, I would say, with the ETFs moving the way that they are, you're probably going to find a lot of individual equities, kind of in that mess. Oracle actually does look great, though, for what today is offered and what it's been able to muster. It does leave a gap behind by doing this. No, I don't think it does, actually. So, yeah, I'd watch Oracle, see a 198.80. If you can get a candle closed up against or outside of that, you could try to take your shot at that empty space up there. False last week. Okay. Well, you're pulling back pretty quickly on ASTS. That was fire. Okay, now I'm a fan. Thanks, Sing. Maybe I'll become a DJ after this shit. Ale wants to become a DJ. Bro, this kid knows that I got bread. I swear. He's made the adjustment with me because like he's gone from dead ass like because he really like when he wants to do something I mean like with this whole graffiti thing. I should seriously show you. Actually, let me show you guys. Look at this kid's graffiti. I mean, from when you guys, some of you guys have first seen it. Look at this shit. Tell me that's not heat for an 11-year-old kid in live trading. I don't know why it says no. You can see he's a little messy because he's tracing underneath it, but I mean, turn that shit sideways. Pretty. That's his different styles he's doing. That's better than anything I ever done. He did a Potter Stocks one, but he's like talking about DJing, and he's like, there's this DJ set, and I swear, like David Guetta uses this shit. Like it's It was like $11,000, and he goes, I'm like, hey, that's kind of a lot, dude. I was like, for your first like DJ set. He's like, oh, I'm not asking you guys for Christmas. He's like, I'm asking Santa. Santa can do it, and I'm like, fuck off. DJ Lil PBS. My DJ name would be Lil Peanut Butter Sandwich. Lil PB. Them everything. Don't forget the honey packets. God damn. I'm about to fucking put the DJ lights in, or the strobe lights on my office right now. Damn. Oh, let you see? Here, I'll show you. If you're on YouTube, that's my son's graffiti. That one's my favorite. That guy. That phone's pretty sick. But he's doing his alphabet for his graffiti tutor. I'm just let go and let God on IWM. I attempted a little hedge this morning, but I will say, to my disappointment, this is 3 bars on IWM, and I would kind of hope that we would like really dump it down to 248, just a dollar move. But I digress. Um, keep your eyes peeled on Neo. It's doing a good job at holding itself up, but not doing a great job where it needs to at 571. So what? Can I get a recap on oral in a meeting? Can somebody please help me? What do you mean by that? Oracle? Okay. I'm just trying to be an adult. I am a grown up. I am a grown up. I am a grown up. Sorry, Gatner. Yeah, so to give you a little verbal feedback here, uh it actually looks really great, right? Now, how you react to the top is obviously going to be a major dictating factor. You've got the rotations, you got everything you need, right? This is when everybody can start looking, and this is the type of trade where if you don't take it, you're either too busy, which is fine, or you're scared, which is not. And so I think with this one, it's not taking it now. That's not what I'm saying. But if this breaks over that top, or if you want to keep it safe, that wick at $250, that's where we send it. But I mean, actually, if you can be patient and wait for confirmation, I think if you don't get this new high, right, with the empty space underneath you, that it's still possible, right, to sink, and you do have empty space underneath you there. So, and an uptrend, actually, mind you. What am I in? What am I in heaven? Am I dying? But yeah, man, this one, patience, I think is all that's needed here. My preference is always down, right? Down first, empty space, and then you move up, and that would place us at 209. Palladium. So this one looks like it's following in the other commodities footsteps with a nice little channel berth right there. So I see that. Now, that's again not concrete, but what is concrete is this is the floor that is in need of recovering, and this is the base that you're taking out from. So I would say right now your next target is 154. Naturally, right, when we see price accepted, look at this floor, shares the same range, right? So candle close outside of 156.64, and we can start looking into this gap. Um, but the price action has been pretty decent on this thing. Let's see the 24-hour really quick. Yeah, and also, not to mention, right, you pulled back into that top, and you're going green off of that. So interesting little setup there. The fuck? Yeah, they hit me with different styles on this one. Listen, don't even talk to me about KSSS until Big Red Dingus, dude. Break $20 and we can talk. Listen, I would love to take AO to Trag trains, but the repercussions, man. I gotta wait until he can at least go to juvie. You know what I mean? Take a little bit of the heat. Over that one now. I am a wind chime. What the fuck? Wait, am I typing it Q? Oh, I put Q or O. Excuse me. You put OBTS. Will you stop it, Jonathan? Oh shit, no way. Okay, so yeah, you did fill up that empty space. You did it really quickly. So now you need to build, right? So it's okay if you fall back. It's not okay if you lose anything. And it looks like you're doing a decent job as we speak of doing exactly that, right? Staying above what you broke out of. However, if this is lost, this play is probably lost as well. Like I'm being digested by a robot. This music's odd. Entering digestive tract. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's burnout. I get it all the time. Happens probably like once a month. I just exert myself mentally so much, and I don't want to admit that it burns me out. Still, I'm going to keep doing it until things get hard enough for me to change, I guess. But uh, yeah, I get burned out, and then I am I can't fucking open my eyes in the morning. I just recently kind of hit that like mid-December. Um, but I've been circumventing because it's not like I can recuperate, sometimes it's like mental exhaustion. Um, but that's when I lean on supplements when I feel that way. Like this Arden's Garden that I was talking about yesterday. It's got um it's got green apple juice, pineapple juice, peaches, tamarind pulp, lion's mane mushrooms, ashwagandha, reishi, turkey tail mushroom, cordyceps, chonga mushrooms, bacopa pie, and green tea extract. And that has seemed to help a lot. In fact, I drove to the grocery store this morning just to go get those because I ran out yesterday. It's actually more effective than ADHD meds. Also, if you're on Adderall here, just want to tell you a little secret. You know who owns Adderall? Yeah. Yeah, you guessed right. You know where they're from? Yep. Yeah, you're right. That's where they're from. So now yep. If you know, you know, I guess. No, this is an Israeli company 100%. And they do own the patent or produce slash own the patent on Adderall. So, but I did think if everybody did protest or boycott Adderall, then we'd have an entire nation of unmedicated ADHD people. Productivity drops through the roof. The economy just starts to crumble, and then the rich get eat. I don't know. Maybe that's how revolution starts. Just unmedicate thyself. What the? Which one? From the government or from us? Like we're providing receipts for all where our dollars go, or for the money that's we provide the government, we get a receipt. That'd be great if it was transparent. But it's going to be tough to do that when we, audit the Pentagon and they are like, yeah, we lost like $1 trillion. Sorry. And then, I mean, I guess you'll still see that your money just went there, but that would be great. I'm all for transparency. I don't care who's fucking saying it. Mm-mm. See, I would count. Did you counter sue for damages? Fuck off. See what? I don't get why people blame me for wanting to go live in the fucking woods. It's just fucking ridiculous, dude. Oh, I swear to God. Honestly, though, you know what? I had an epiphany the other night. You know what nation just stays the fuck out of the way? Like all world wars, like they're like, nah, you got it, bruh. Mexico, straight up, dude. They don't fuck around with the. They're like, dude, I read. Mm-mm. Oh, what? Why they got something going on now? Are they at war? Shit. I mean, it's not like we're never mind. But yeah, I mean, you know what? Mexico is just their Taiwan. I'm just gonna say it. Mexico's just their Taiwan. How does it feel? Doesn't feel so good, does it? Maybe we should stop with the whole empire thing. Yeah, oh yeah. I just, I reminisce for the days that I didn't exist when we would protest over just the slightest tax raise. No taxation without representation. Whatever happened to that? I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for this amount of money to be sent so that other people in another country can live stress free with their benefits paid and a stipend every single year of their on their birthday. KSSS is actually at new lows. I'm not celebrating though at all. I don't even care. I feel like I'm in a fucking clown van right now. What is this music? Went from good to. Oh, I already got out of Rigetti. Yeah, yeah, I think that'd be fine. Yep, good stop. Well, with that expiration, you can utilize your stop loss even better. But right now, you're still in this 3 minute box, so you can just let it cook for a little while. Marinate. Don't get me started, brother. Oh my god. I'm fine. I don't want to. That is these. You know what bothered me and still bothers me to this day is that more money, more problems shit is for real. Like, and I'm not complaining. Again, I get to DoorDash whatever I want, but the fucking the opposite side of that is like the more money I have made, the more money they take, the more money is taken out of my pockets. So it's like you're fighting uphill until you get to that point where you can have your assets making money. Psst, toothless, dude. All right, hold on. I gotta eject this cat into outer space, brother. Don't run. Making more money, and then the insurance company's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna raise your premium." Gotta get out, dude. What happened? I think like dude, like the tax rate, like once you've made 5 mil, you know what I mean, like a couple mil, like all right, time to fucking pay up. And then I also think that there should be a cap on like if I take a loan out against, and listen, this is I'm talking to eventually, like this is shit I could do, but if I take a loan out on my equity or my shares, right? Because you can't. So the concept is fucking hilarious. Like, I own these shares. Theoretically, they could go to zero, right? And you can't tax me on them because we don't know what they're worth yet, and I haven't sold them. Totally makes sense, right? But I can use them as fucking collateral, right? I can use them as collateral for a loan on that money, but they could still go to zero. It could still be worthless, but I still have a loan. So that loan has to get taxed, dude. You can't have fucking Jeff Bezos pulling out 20 milli, 80 milli, on a Sunday tax free. That's insanity. So like it's not that we don't want to. It's that corporations have their hands so deep up every single politician's ass that they've all just become hand puppets. And why would they let that happen? What is that? A plutocracy? But your dominance, I mean, any sort of mentality like that across the world has been come at the cost of thousands of innocent, millions and millions and millions of innocent lives. From the slaughter of Native Americans to the enslavement of African Americans to, I mean, stealing or, yeah. So it's like, maybe I don't want to be the best. Like, maybe it's not worth it to have, because guess what we're dealing with now? All of the fucking repercussions, all of that shit comes back. I've heard that name a couple of times. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. Well, our country runs is like it's like Buffalo. We run to the money. I mean, except for we killed all the fucking buffalo, but I mean, yeah, we people. It actually kind of sucks because as soon as you figure like Savannah 10 years ago, it was fucking cool, dude. It was cool. Savannah was fucking cool. You could live virtually fucking. You could live decently and not do much. I mean, like you could work a part time, half decent job, and you could have roommates. Obviously if you're young, and you could live pretty easily. Art stuff all the time, drum circles. Act. I mean, rap. They used to have Tuesday night raps. I mean, where you just get up on the stage and freestyle. Like a bunch of bars that held like weekly stuff. I mean, there was just it's cool. Um, the film industry started coming here, and once Shia LaBeouf got fucking arrested in Savannah, it felt like it just put us on the map. SCAD's here as well. SCAD is this Savannah College of Art and Design. It's one of the best art schools in the world. And so that's drawn in the film industry. The film industry obviously pulls in LA, New York, Chicago. And so now we've had a metric ass ton of those people in the last nine, eight, I don't know, 6 years that have moved into Savannah, and it has changed the entire fabric of the city. Now it's like there is a hard separation between rich and poor. Like you can tell. Yeah. So I mean, it's like residue. What was your daughter about to say, Dust? She said, "My father," and then you cut her off, dude. What's she about to say? Oh, that's your son? Well, he said, "What is even West Palm Beach?" That's what I'm talking about. Dad, you're making a bad financial decision. It's what I was saying is like there's any town that you figure out that's like a cool little town, you know, don't tell anybody about it. Like it just shh. Because I mean, you look at it and it's like, I mean, America has a terrible case of romanticizing, because like, yeah, motherfuckers will you will visit in Savannah, and they'll romanticize the shit out of it, and then they move here and they're like, oh yeah, I have to pick a side. I'm either very rich or doing really well, or I'm poor and I work in the service industry, and there's very little in between. We don't have a tech set. We don't have tech. We don't have all that extra shit that a big city has. So there's no median income. There's no, it's minimum wage or, something slightly up above it. I mean, it used to feel like when you'd meet a manager, dude, that they were like the fucking co-owner of the city, like because back in the day, that was they were making like $19 an hour, and you're like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Just get really good at making chairs. You know what that is? Dude, you know what though? That it's just like anything else in this world. What separates that guy from anybody else is like his willingness to probably walk up to a rich motherfucker, right? And I've told this to Peyton too because she's like, she does fashion design and she wants to like she doesn't want to do fast fashion, she doesn't want to do like yoga sets and shit. She wants to like put motherfuckers on the runway. Like, and I respect the shit out of that. I have no idea what the fuck that entails. But I do know if she was to get her outfit on one, it's like, don't you make the outfit for that person. And like, the outside of stalking, you try to get that fucking outfit on their body in front of cameras. And if you can do that, now all of a sudden, your fucking outfits have value. They have value. And you could go from charging $100 for a skirt to fucking 20K. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like with that chair is probably the same thing. Yes, maybe the design is like kooky enough to, and off kilter enough. But like, dude, sometimes people just be slapping fucking price tags on shit for like it. There's no like justifiable reason that it should cost that much. But once you get the right people, right clientele, you know what I mean? Push the price up high enough. Crazy what things will do. Where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. Yeah, sometimes I have so many monitors. Sometimes I lose my mouse. I say so many, like I got rusty amount of a rusty amount of monitors. I do, yeah. I haven't gotten any in the mail um, from anybody, but I have collected two older laptops. A couple of people have already gotten theirs, but I just didn't get as many as I thought I would. But I'll post again and see going into the new year if we can get some more people to send those over. I kind of stopped talking about it, so if you forgot, don't feel bad. If you haven't noticed, I forget about shit. It's one of my weaknesses. Hmm. Yeah, I hope that everybody would kind of screen that, make sure that they do work. Oh fucking way, they really did that. Yeah, it's amazing how we think nobody is gonna pay that, then somebody pays it. Yeah, because it's like, I mean, so let me actually give you a really good example that's like in the sector that I'm in. There's this guy on Instagram. Try to think of his name. Some fucking cliche ass name. Um, it's like the Wall Street investor, like something like that. And he does this thing where he's like, only 10 people can join, right? And he makes it so that like the clientele that he chooses is um up there, right? So he's like targeting people with lots of money. So that way when he does market, right? He's selling yearly subscriptions, folks, for you're getting not even gonna fucking believe this shit. $40,000 for who you would think to yourself, who the fuck would pay that, right? Well, if you're a multi-millionaire, maybe you would, right? But then you look at the information that that dude is putting out. He told people to buy Meta. I remember this because I made a video about it. Nobody gives a shit. I mean, he's got so much hype that like it doesn't matter what the fuck anybody says. This was years back. This was yeah, because I remember this big fucking massive dump that occurred. But he had people, I mean, and people were, obviously taking massive losses. Um, and it was just an equity purchase, but still, like, and I'm not right all the time either, but the information that's being given is just shit that you can Google straight up. And that's what he was, I mean, the chart pattern cheat sheets, candlestick pattern cheat sheets. That's all he had. He had some covered call stuff, but it was just stuff that you accumulate, put together, and resell. And I was like, yo, that's even in this space, you can create like this sense of scarcity. It's like, oh, yeah, we only allow 10 people. And then, they're already rich, so it's like to other people, there's like, oh man, that's exclusive as fuck. Yeah, yearly is $40,000. To an extent, I get the whole like, yeah, you're helping high profile clientele only. And I say high profile, but it's like he'll take fucking $40,000 even if it was your last bit. But yeah, it's crazy stuff. The KSSS creeping. Neo's just sitting up here. Nice little pullback. IWM still holding that red candle pretty strong. I guess we're about, yeah. So real quick, I actually didn't expect us to make it here, but we're here. 248.30 would be kind of one place to look, but pay attention to where that floor is at. You got a nice little bounce right here. You're about to touch it here in possibly just a second. So INTC is moving up. Not bad. Yeah, you're up at those wicks now, I think. Watch that 38 solid. Probably just needs a battery replacement. What are you talking about? Oh, Neil, by the way, I think I really like the spice cider one, the icy black currant, and then this exotic mango is also pretty good. Oh, you're talking about the laptop. Yeah. I think the icy black currant is the strong one, but the mango is definitely not as strong, but it's super flavorful. I do notice that Zins are way more salty, which I'm not a huge fan of, but still yummy. Goes away after a second. All right, yeah, it is 10:40. If you are on YouTube, again, I just want to remind everybody if you're watching this back, the yearly goes lifetime is gone in a couple days. Yearly lifetime and the workshop are all discounted. That goes away in a couple days. But other than that, guys, we'll see what the end of the day gives us. See if there's any swings going into tomorrow. But oh, nice, nice job. Uh, but I'll see you guys at 3 o'clock. Oh wow, there's a big delay on that.